All right, our first example, we are just going to interpret the shape of a distribution. So the histograms show the weights of all the dogs entered in two different categories in a dog show. Consider each data set. What inferences can you make based on the shape of the data? One thing I do want to point out, when this says n equals 95 and over here it says n equals 100, that tells you how many data points there are. And in this case, each data point is representing the weight of a dog. So over here, we're seeing a histogram representing 95 dogs in this category, and we had 100 dogs in that category. So when you see that n equals value, that's just telling us how many, in this case, dogs were in each histogram that we're looking at. Okay, so with our first histogram, this is pretty symmetrical. We do have, it does go off a little bit over here, but this is what a symmetrical histogram would look like versus, you can see a difference. This one is skewed to the right. So this first one, the shape of the distribution is symmetrical. So the data is evenly distributed around the center. When this happens, that means that the mean will be equal to the median. And when I say equal to, or about equal to. So if it's not the exact same value, they're going to be pretty close with a symmetrical distribution. The histogram on the right, because the tail of the histogram is off on the right, this is what a skewed right shape is. There we go. So when a histogram is skewed to the right, that means that the mean is going to be greater than the median. You have more larger numbers that when you find the mean, that's going to increase the mean, but the middle value is still where the middle value is. So if it's skewed to the right, the mean is greater than the median. If it were skewed to the left, the mean would be less than the median. So based on the data, if we can infer that most of the dogs in this category weigh less than 30 pounds. We have most of the dogs kind of over here about the center. This little tail off on the right is decreasing amounts of dogs. So most of the dogs weigh less than 30 pounds in that category. All right, and then we have a follow-up question. Suppose a third category of dogs has a mean of 40 pounds and a median of 32. What can you infer about the shape of the histogram for the dogs in this category? So the mean is 40 and the median is 32. So how do those compare? We're saying that the mean is greater than the median. When the mean is greater than the median, the shape will skew right. So the shape of the histogram will be skewed to the right.